Hi everyone, it's Roland Tech Virtual Assistant. I am Roland based in the Philippines. Today I am quickly going to address one of my audience question that says like this. How to become a virtual assistant? Help me, please. Okay. If you are this very particular person that asked this question and you want me to help you become a virtual assistant, I hope you are watching this video from start to finish because now I'm going to explain a little bit to you. Becoming a virtual assistant or helping you becoming a virtual assistant is not the problem. The problem is if you are willing to become a virtual assistant. Okay. So that is the big question there. If you are willing to become a virtual assistant, helping you becoming a virtual assistant is not a problem. I might teach you how to become a virtual assistant. But the bigger question here is, are you willing to become a virtual assistant? Now, if your answer is yes, to become a virtual assistant, then you will know that you have about 95% of becoming a virtual assistant. I will just only help you with 5% of becoming a virtual assistant. Now, pay attention and listen attentively. Don't be confused. I will analyze it a little bit for your better understanding. Why I said that you are going to have 95% of becoming a virtual assistant, and while I will only help you with 5% of becoming a virtual assistant. Because becoming a virtual assistant is a personal decision first, and when you decide to become a virtual assistant, then you are going to put a lot of effort to make it work. Okay. So becoming a virtual assistant is by choice, not by force. Okay. So when you choose to become a virtual assistant, then you will be willing to do the hard work of becoming a virtual assistant. Okay. And I also want you to know that there is no shortcut to become a virtual assistant. No shortcut of becoming a virtual assistant. You need to go through the normal process of becoming a virtual assistant. Now, if you want to become a virtual assistant, why I said 95% is up to you to become a virtual assistant. Now, if you choose to be a virtual assistant, there are four particular inner skill, or rather your soft skill, that you need to motivate you to become a virtual assistant. The first one is to believe in yourself that you can do this as a virtual assistant. And the second one is to have self-confidence, to have confidence in yourself that what you are doing is actually going to lead you through to the pathway. Okay. And the third one is to motivate yourself on what you are doing as a virtual assistant. And you also need to be obsessed with what you are doing as a virtual assistant. The last but not the least skill that you need to have as a virtual assistant, or rather as a new beginner to virtual assistant, is to have your research skills. Okay. Because without your research skills, you will not be able to know more about virtual assistant. Okay. Having your research skill, you need to be familiar with YouTube. You need to be familiar with all the AI tool, or rather just one or two of AI tool that you can make your research from. You'll be familiar with Google.com. You will be familiar with Google Gemini. You'll be familiar with ChatGPT. You will be familiar with YouTube, as I earlier said. So all these are your research tool that you need to research, and also your YouTube is there for you to learn, and you need to understand how to make use of your YouTube on how to learn how to become a virtual assistant. So you need a lot of time to research and know what you're doing as a virtual assistant. So when becoming a virtual assistant, my kindly advice is for you to make your research and understand what is virtual assistant. And after you understood what is virtual assistant, then you will start making research on what virtual assistant to offer to the general public. If you are able to be familiar with all these soft skills that I just make mention of, then your chances of becoming a virtual assistant will be 95% chances. Okay. And you will be likely to succeed as a virtual assistant. So I hope you can understand this topic. And if you find this interesting and helpful, feel free to give it a like, subscribe, and follow for more. You can as well share this video to reach more audience. See you in the next video.